everyone, Dawn Phoenix here. I am a moderator with the Conscious Leadership Network, and you can find more information in the links below here about the Conscious Leadership Network and who we are. You can visit consciousleadership.life, and there's also another link that you can go to join us in our happy little corner of the world. So today I am joining you from my new apartment. I've moved, so I was not live last week because I was in transit. So actually maybe I went live last week and then this Monday I couldn't be live. That might have been the case. My life is so like upside down right now. It's hard for me to know which end is up. So usually this is Message Mondays, and since I only got internet late Monday evening, today we're doing Message Mondays on Wednesday. And today I'm going to channel the Phoenix Collective, which is who I've been channeling this month. And they would like to talk to us about, we're continuing the theme of beginnings. This is going to be the last week that I talk about beginnings. This is the last week of March and actually the last day of March. So we're going to switch over to a different theme for April. So today, along the lines of beginnings, the Phoenix Collective started coming into me, visiting last night and sort of whispering in my ear, giving me little cliff notes as to what we're going to talk about today. And they want to talk about the concept of perspective and how it is pretty much the key to transforming a beginning or an ending into a beginning. So I'm going to bring them in and go ahead and let them say their piece. Hello, dear ones. We greet you today with much love and much fire as always. We realize that this is a time on your planet where much is in upheaval. Much is ending. However, much is beginning. Sometimes it is difficult to see the difference. Sometimes you can only see the endings. And we credit that to the way you have been programmed and brought up in your early years on the planet here. This is not how it has always been so for you or for any of your counterparts here on the planet in other lifetimes. This is only how it is now, in this now time. So what we would like to guide you to do, and you know we are fond of our metaphors, we would like to guide you on a journey of perspective, because it is when you can view the goings on around you from a higher perspective that is truly when endings transform into beginnings. The universe does not decide when an ending becomes a beginning. You do. As you know and you are hearing, and hopefully you are growing into the knowledge that you are the creators of your reality. You must recognize the fact that it is not the universe that decides your reality, but you, dear ones, you powerful, powerful source energy beings. You decide when the ending becomes a beginning. And you do that when you shift your perspective. We ask you now to imagine an eagle. And if you know anything about animals or animal symbolism, you will know that the eagle is well known throughout history and throughout your world for having incredibly accurate vision from its lofty flight in the sky. It is this perspective from high that allows the eagle to be so successful in its hunts. Our partner was watching a video last week of an eagle swooping down from the sky, and it looked like it was just going to dive into some water. There wasn't anything that you could see on the surface from the perspective of the video footage where the camera had been placed. So it just looked like there was water there. From the eagle's perspective, it saw the fish swimming. It saw where it wanted to be, and it created the landing area it knew would be the best target to catch that fish. And that's exactly what happened. So what our partner saw as this eagle lands with its claws out in the water, and it just very easily, without effort, grabs the fish and flies away. And from the camera's perspective, there was nothing there for the eagle to catch. But from the perspective that the eagle had, there was a bounty in front of it, and it only needed to choose which fish it was going to catch. And we would like you to apply this same metaphor in your lives. See what is going on around you from a higher perspective and decide, this is an ending that I would like to transform into a new beginning because I have the power to do so. No one else does. Not the person I might feel who wronged me, or not the person who feels that I may have wronged them. Not the situation I may feel that I have no power in. None of that applies as a way to create a beginning from an ending. Your perspective is the tool that allows those endings to flourish into beginnings. So what you can use as an exercise in your life is to figuratively step back, and if you can imagine, you are viewing what is going on around you from your higher self's perspective. It is called your higher self for a reason. And the more comfortable you get thinking along the lines of what your higher self might see, the more comfortable you will become acting as your higher self. Because that is where you are all truly headed. You are all becoming your higher selves. So this is a simple way to begin that process. So say you have an experience before you that looks like it's an ending. It feels like an ending to you, and you may feel glad for it. You may be very unhappy about it. And we recognize and honor your emotions, and you are honored, and you are allowed to feel all of the things you feel. So that is the first step, is to make sure, please make sure that you are feeling what you need to feel. That is the foundation on which everything else is built. Your emotions are such powerful tools. You don't even know how powerful yet, but you will understand in time. Some of you may be aware, but perhaps not all of you. So remember to feel whatever you need to feel, whether it's good or bad. There is no good or bad, only what you label it to be so. So feel your emotions. And we are stressing this. We are repetitive because we feel that you need to hear it a number of times, and probably quite a few number of times more after this. So after you are clear on how you feel, imagine that you can take a step back or possibly even float up a few feet as high as you feel you are comfortable. And that allows you the proper perspective on the situation. There's a saying you have that you are sometimes too close to the situation to have a clear understanding of what's going on. So we are encouraging you to give yourselves that higher perspective. So as you are allowing yourself to float up and see what is around you, in front of you, going on from that higher perspective, you are detaching yourself. And we don't mean that you are becoming cold or you don't care anymore. That is not it at all. We merely mean you are becoming more neutral. You have let your emotion be felt, and it has served its purpose. And as you distance yourself, you are able to come from a place of neutrality where your head is clear. And that is the way that your higher self approaches everything and views everything. And once you have accomplished this vibration of neutrality, then you can add that magic ingredient of compassion. Your higher self sees all from a space of compassion, universal compassion, whether it is for you or for others in the situation, always from a place of compassion and the highest love. And as you are allowing yourself to feel compassion, and it doesn't have to be for someone else. If there is a person you feel wronged you, and you absolutely cannot allow yourself to feel compassion for them, then if you can just come into a space of neutrality, that is enough. But if you can put yourself into that vibration of compassion, either for yourself or others in the situation, that is where the magic will truly happen. And that is where the shift begins, from turning and ending into a beginning. And we're not saying you have to like what happens. You can dislike something, but also have a compassionate heart. And we know it sounds difficult, but we also know how gifted and powerful you all are and how much you are capable of. Our dear ones. So that is how you can transform things that look like or feel like endings into beginnings, is from a place of compassion. So we will repeat the steps for you succinctly and clearly. First, in the situation, allow yourself to feel everything you need to feel completely and utterly. That builds your strong foundation, where you can then step back and float up into a space where your higher self resides, and be in that space of neutrality where there is no blame. There is only peace. And you are allowing yourself to feel this because your emotions have done their job and they have been complete. After you have come into this place of neutrality, if it's possible, you can challenge yourself to feel compassion. Start with yourself. That's the easiest place sometimes. Sometimes it's the hardest place, and that all depends on you. And then if you desire, choose to see maybe the other people or situations around you through the eyes of compassion. And it is as simple as that. That is how you can transform any ending in your life into a beautiful and shiny new beginning. We love you so much, dear ones, and we know that you are going to grow so much using these exercises. These are things that you have known once upon a time, but you forgot. We are not teaching you anything new. We are merely awakening within you your ancient memories of what you have already done and already accomplished. So we leave you with much love and lots of fire, as always. We are your Phoenix Collective, and we are in service to you, dear ones. Okay, so that was cool. I had a number of endings and beginnings that were shocking to me over the past couple days. And this helped me put a lot of that into perspective myself with my move and challenges that came up around it, before it, during it. And I'm just kind of coming out of it now, I think. So yeah, those are good exercises for all of us. I think I'm going to write them down and kind of put them on my wall just as a reminder of a reminder. So I am going to let you guys enjoy the rest of your day or evening wherever you are. And I will see you on Monday in April, where we are going to be discussing creativity, and we'll see who pops in. Again, you can join the Conscious Leadership Network at the link below. You can also find out more about us with the consciousleadership.life website. You can please like, share, and subscribe to the Conscious Leadership Network here on YouTube or wherever you're watching from. You can find us on Facebook. And there we go. That's it. All right. Thank you. Much love. Bye.